How can they fly if they don't have wings? Welcome into the DNVR Avalanche pregame show. Live, we've got Bailey and Rudo coming to you as the Avs are taking on the Philadelphia Flyers. It's a SEGABABA. It's the third in 4 days, rather. There's a lot of things stacked up against the Avs. The Flyers are on 2 days rest as well. Pretty scheduled loss.
Yeah, if it's gonna come, if we can predict it at all, like this is the game for it.
Yeah, it's just the reality of the situation. With that being said, the Avs continue to be weirdly good in situations like this. They find ways to win on SEGABABAs. They find ways to do stuff. It is a scrappy Philadelphia team, though. They are a team that it's hard to put away this year. We'll get into some of the details of that, but I wanted to start. It's a matinee game again, another early morning one. You expect some weirdness. You expect some chaos. Is that a good thing or a bad thing for the Avs?
Oh, gosh, I feel like it's half a dozen of one, 6 of the other. It doesn't. It's you get what you get.
Yeah,
out of a team like this. They've become a little hard to predict, I think, for me. With the back half of these, and like I mean that in a great way, because like you're gonna get chaos either way.
for sure.
Like it's going to be a very chaotic game, however it goes. But they've been fairly successful this season.
They have.
In the back end of things and the front end of things, just back-to-backs in general have been going really, really well for this team, with as many as they've had, which is, I think, something that gives me a little bit of hope in a game where I may not have much.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't ever count the Avs out this year. There's no doubt about that. They're favorites to win on all the betting apps. So shout out Bet365 for that one. They're a really good team. They can absolutely overcome some nonsense.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see exactly how they manage that. But look, you got the heroics from Nathan MacKinnon last game. You got a 3-point game out of Marty Necas last game. Is it unfair to say they need to do it again?
No, not at all. That's, again, that superstar style we keep talking about.
Yeah.
You need to be able to do that night in and night out. With the money that they're slated, I mean, Marty Necas just signed a huge deal. Nathan MacKinnon is going to be coming up here soon.
Yep.
With the caliber of player that they are, you need to be able to do that night in, night out. You can't afford too many slumps, which is crazy that maybe we're calling like a Marty Necas a slump or some situation. He's still doing what he's doing. That's the expectation.
Yeah, I don't know if you can call it a slump
Yeah.
with the production, but he's weird player.
Yeah, very, very weird player. Trust me, I know.
Not that anyone's going to be surprised by this, but it is, in fact, Mackenzie Blackwood in net again today. We knew it was coming. We knew Jared Bednar was going to do it.
This is my shocked face.
Yeah,
Whoa,
right.
No, I'm not surprised.
Flyers tend to play pretty low event, pretty low scoring games. So you're putting a guy in who played yesterday. The expectation is he's going to have to keep the Avs in this game at times.
Yep.
When do we start to see, I don't know if consistency is the right word, but when do we start to see normal Mackenzie Blackwood? Because it's felt like a bit of a roller coaster so far this season with him.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know as though
Yeah.
I don't
it's
really
tough.
know. It is really tough. With Mackenzie Blackwood, I have a little bit of hope, though, I think, because he's not used to workloads. Or he's not used to workloads like this.
He can do it.
Right. No, Jared, and you see what Jared Bednar did with him last season.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not I'm not really. If I'm worried about any player on this team today, Mackenzie Blackwood's not the guy.
Fair enough
for me.
I do hope he plays well. You know, we've repeatedly talked about how we'd rather give Minor a game, but just not the world Jared Bednar lives in. And I get it. He's trying to win every single night. Blackwood is definitively the better goaltender.
Yep.
So that's the way he goes with it.
Yeah.
It's tough to shake out a lot of, the Avs need to adjust this, the Avs need to do that exactly in a game like this, because the reality is you're going to get into a dogfight in this game and the Avs are just going to have to find a way to figure it out.
It's really difficult, I think, for me too, with these SEGABABAs.
Yeah.
Like, there's not much turnaround.
No.
It's a very quick turnaround for this. You don't have time to sit and really assess from the previous game what went wrong, what went right. You have to it's
pretty much forget about it and move on to the next one right away. Yeah.
Win or loss.
Right.
Like, and it's like, take all the rest that you can. That seems to me like the situation the Avs are in. They're trying to rest as much as they can with these weird back-to-back situations they've been on recently. You have to take what you can get. There's not much time for, okay, let's go through all of this video for hours and hours on end. Let's go through each little point that I loved or hated from this game. You can't really do that.
Yeah. It's not the worst travel either. You know, New York to Philly is not like some crazy thing, but it is also, we're talking about the Avs have been on the road for 4 days now, and this will be their third game. So, you know, they're going to be a little bit restless. There's going to be a little bit of that going on. Who knows how sick or not sick the team still is. I don't think they're 100% healthy with that.
Who is?
Yeah, it's going around the league for sure. So fair enough on that front. Maybe don't stay away. Don't get me sick. But you know, these are all normal things that every team goes through, and I think it's important to put the Avs into that box, as they're in the same box as everybody else. Yes, they happen to be the best team in the league right now, but that doesn't mean they don't face the same factors, the same issues that the rest of the team does, or the rest of the league does. So, you know, the Avs are allowed to be somewhat normal at times. With that being said, their top end talent is not normal.
No. I was just telling you before we started recording too, like the stats here are absolutely insane. Looking at Nathan MacKinnon. Yep. Just, you know, random guy, right?
Just some guy.
28 games played. He's got 24 goals, 24 assists for 48 points total.
So silly.
You want to know who the top scoring player for the Philadelphia Flyers is?
I assume it's Zegras.
Trevor Zegras with 10 goals, 16 assists for 26 points.
Yeah.
That's
less points than Lehkonen.
Insane to me. And let's just say, so Cale Makar, for example, here as well too, 25 assists.
Yep.
On the season, almost like fairly close to double
right
what Trevor Zegras has, which is an insane stat to look at here for me. So I guess this is where my kind of question comes into is how much of that top end talent are you relying on in a game like tonight, or are you relying on your depth like you were yesterday in a way?
Do I get to answer both for once? I mean, I think the glaring issue with Philadelphia with where they are right now is their lack of high end. Don't get me wrong, Trevor Zegras is fun. They have some fun guys. You know, Sanheim probably going to make Team Canada, it seems like. But they do not have a superstar in Philadelphia, and the Avs have 2.5 superstars. So there's just no reason the Avs can't dominate from the top. But you do need your depth too. Again, we can actually pull up the stats here and talk about that, because Flyers will not give you a lot of easy stuff. You're not going to get a lot of free against this team, especially at home. The Flyers have been very, very good this year. Yeah, they might not be the best possession team in the league, but they're finishing at a good rate. They have a positive goal differential, and they play everybody pretty close, generally speaking. Not a team that's going to like speed bag you or anything like that, but you're going to have to earn every single opportunity you get against them. And then it's another matchup where both penalty kills are pretty good. And we keep asking for the power play to do something for the Avs, but it's going to be tough for them to do that tonight. So it's easy to say, oh, lean on your star power and get that done. But especially on a 3 and 4, especially on a SEGABABA for the Avs, you're going to need some of that balance.
You need something from everyone.
Right. And like, yeah, okay, you got a goal from Parker Kelly last game, which is great, but it was also a weird line where Nate just gets an assist on that. You're mid-change, so it's not really one of your depth lines putting together a shift and scoring a goal on it.
Yeah.
You really would like to see that. I know we talked post-game last game yesterday, same thing. You would really like to see whatever version of the third line the Avs have tonight get rewarded and put one in the back of the net.
Yeah, no. And I was going to say, too, Dan Vladar, who I assume is starting tonight.
I believe so.
Hasn't necessarily been playing poorly either. So that's just another hurdle in the way for this team. What I do like about yesterday is, aside from one guy in Zakar Bardakov, mostly everybody got even shifts or deserved minutes.
Yep.
And that I think really helps in a game like this where you're looking for whatever legs anybody can provide. Again, it's that shortening of the bench type conversation. You want to see as little of that as possible. So as much contribution from anybody you can get it from in a game like this.
It does look like it is Airson for the record.
Oh, really? Okay.
Shout out our PHLY boys and Charlie O'Connor. So if you want to see the other side, go check them out, but also do that later. Well,
5-2-2 record for Airson this season too. So that's not a slouch.
No, not at all. It of the 3 teams that the Avs have played on this road trip, this will be the third. The Flyers are the best team of the bunch. Islanders are bubble-ish team. Rangers are kind of not very good. And the Flyers are a bubble team, but their underlyings look a little bit better than an Islanders team that I just don't like the way they play, honestly.
Fair.
The thing is, like, I don't know that this is going to be a very fun game.
Okay.
The Flyers give up some of the fewest shots per game in the league, and they don't shoot very much themselves either. So you really are going to have to grind this out. And that's where that minute balancing that you were talking about comes into play, because it's exhausting to play hockey that way, to have to grind it out every single shift. And you have guys you trust to do that, like a Drury, like a Landeskog even, up and down your lineup. But when you get into the third period and you have to go into that corner again, that's where this Flyers team can kind of grind you down and maybe take advantage of you a little bit, especially with what we've seen from the Avs zone exits the last couple of games. The puck management's got to be cleaned up a little bit tonight.
Especially against a team like this where, maybe they're not getting as many shots off, but like any other team in the league, I feel like they can be very opportunistic.
Yeah, definitely.
In situations. And as much as you can protect maybe tired Mackenzie Blackwood, the better.
Yeah, and the Flyers have some good finishers. Zegras more of a setup guy, but you have a Michkov, you have Owen Tippett on like their second line. It's not like they're a shortage of goal scorers, even if they haven't necessarily scored at the rates you might expect this year.
Yep.
You can't give them anything free. If you realistically want to try and win this game, a couple of easy goals for the Flyers is going to make the Avs' life really hard. And look, the Colorado Avalanche are good enough that they could show up, score 4 goals in the first period, and just run away with this game. That could happen. I'm not expecting that. I really don't think that's in the bag for the Avs tonight. So it's not something, it doesn't take a great analyst to say, hey, score first and don't fall behind in the game. Yeah. But I think that's even more important on a night like tonight than it would be in your average game.
No, absolutely. And in a game like this, I want to point out a stat that the Avs are 10-0-2 when they lead after the first.
Yep.
And that's when they score first, they're 14-1-3. So in a game like this where you are going to be tired, you're looking to they're becoming a very high shot volume team, which I think I appreciate a little bit, as much as maybe the quality I'd prefer a little bit more. You see that a little bit from a Makar.
Yeah.
But
I don't mind the balance. They're not Carolina levels of like
No,
low quality, but
it's still like, I don't know. I'm becoming more like, I'm appreciating it more, and that's the kind of game you want to see tonight. Like that's gonna, if you can overcome some of that sleepiness, overcome some of that, tired, quick turnaround business that they're dealing with here, score first.
Yep.
Like that's it. It is a lot easier said than done, but
course.
go out and score first. Like make them chase.
Yeah.
For once, like be the team that the other team is chasing.
Right.
Which is something again, the way they started out this road trip, like that's something I think identity wise they're looking to get back to in a game like this.
You want to balance those energy level playing fields. Flyers chasing is going to expend a lot of energy.
Oh yeah.
You're still likely to see the Avs legs go late in this game. My expectations are not particularly high from a great third period like we see so regularly from the Avs this year. But if you don't need one, great.
Right.
I think they're like undefeated when leading after 2, or maybe it's like 12-0-1 or something when leading after 2.
17-0-0.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So just lead after 2 and the Avs will win.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
No, the thing that also worries me too is you mentioned like this is a good team. This is by any means like, yes, maybe some of the scoring is a little it doesn't exactly show just how good this team is this year so far. The Avs have been a little streaky against some of those better teams. You look at a Dallas, you look at a Carolina, who they really had to scrap for.
They did.
And that's the kind of game I'm expecting. The
I think the accurate, don't fall behind, but yeah, there's going to be a lot of scrap going on. You do expect that, and especially on the Avs defensive side, I think when you look at a tired Avs team, a team that runs out of gas, everything runs through their defense even more. Yes, they have one of the most high-scoring defenses in the NHL, but you're going to ask, not just Cale Makar, but you look at a Manson, you look at a Burns, and you want to get them contributing. Obviously, Malinsky's been great. Maybe you need Girard to step up offensively a little bit in a night like tonight, because when those forwards don't have the legs, it's hard to cycle teams. It's hard to do the hard work along the walls. So maybe you look to take advantage of those open spaces where maybe the defenseman isn't covered quite as much. Maybe we need a little bit more involvement there. Also, what's up, PHLY? How you doing?
In chat, hello, friends.
Go say hi to Kelly on their pregame show. Unfortunately, the Avs are the best team in the league, so you fully expect you're going to get the Flyers' best punch.
Absolutely. And one of the things I am really, I am expecting a lot of those 50-50 battles to be...
It's going to be tough.
A heck of a battle here tonight. But I am a little... optimistic about the way they played in the middle last night. So that's, if you can take advantage there and play to your strengths, play to the areas you can dominate a little bit more in, that's going to be the Avs strength here tonight. Play to what you know. Play if you can limit penalties, be disciplined. You're a really good 5-on-5 team. Play to that.
And I think I can live with the team. They talked so much about hunger at the start of this year, and that's all I really want to see. If they come out, they give Philly their best punch, and they run out of gas and end up falling short late, so be it. Yeah. You can live with that given the schedule they've been running. But you give yourself a chance if you go out and really try and eat them up early. So I think the game plan is pretty straightforward. The actual execution from the Avs, we'll see what it looks like. Maybe that goal the last night gives the Avs a little bit of jump. Maybe they say, hey, we remembered we are a pretty high skill team. We can actually just out talent some guys.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Not becoming complacent with that though too. As much as I'd love to see Nathan McKinnon go out and own everybody the way that he usually does by the end of a game, by the end. That's always great, but I really do want to see some of those depth guys shine again tonight here as well. It
would be really great. I mean, pick your poison. I'm not going to be picky on which one you get. But
goal's a goal.
Yeah, so, exactly.
Yeah, if you can get scoring from anywhere, I'm not going to go and complain if Martin Net just puts up another 3-point night and whatnot. But it is always nice knowing that while you do have the talent, you also have some of the depth to back that up when some of those guys maybe aren't having as good of a game.
Is there something the Avs can do to make their life easier? And is it honestly just the power play?
Oh, God. How many more times? Please,
until
Rudo.
they figure it out. That's how many more times.
No, I think again, it is just so baffling to me after the way things ended last season that this has not been more of a priority to make better.
Yeah.
And it's like the Avs have not had any sort of trouble playing with a lead this season. Like they've had a couple games where it's been a little rough to find, but for the most part, like was I reading somewhere they've got an average of 4 goals a game throughout the season.
Over 4 goals a game. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, so that's an insane pace to play at, and if they can continue to do that, like they're not going to run into a whole lot of trouble. But I'm not going to sit there and say not having production on the power play is hurting them, because I think in some of those games where maybe they're not playing with the pace like that, where they're like contributing to that 4-goal average, the power play is a difference maker, or it can be.
It will be in the bad way eventually if it's not the good way. So you would like to see it get going. Again, Flyers have a pretty good penalty kill. It's going to be tough tonight, but when you haven't scored a meaningful power play goal in what feels like a month, eventually you got to put one in the back of the net.
Right.
Lineup expected to be exactly the same as it was yesterday, so no changes there.
No surprise.
Yeah, that's, we'll see on Brindley. Maybe he plays the last game of the road trip. Maybe not. I wouldn't be surprised either way. Good news for the first time in a while on the opposing lineup. There's no ex-Avs, so we don't have to worry about any ex-Avalanche.
No revenge game
stuff
here today.
That's nice.
That's always a little bit of a bright spot. And
And again, Philly is not a team that's going to go out and globetrotter you. This is not a team that's going to go do crazy stuff in the offensive zone. If you play the way you're supposed to, Philly's going to struggle to score against you. They're a team that's going to try to outwork you, not outskill you.
Yep.
So just, don't do stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Easier said than done.
Simplification's going to be key.
Yep.
Here, don't get too fancy with it, because I mean, again, with the way that Philly works, they're a team that's going to make you burn for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think there's a ton of concern about the outcome of this game, no matter what happens. But it's an opportunity where you play early today, so you'll be the first game or one of the first games done. You win tonight, you're 5 points up on Dallas with no games in hand for at least a couple of hours. You have the opportunity to really re-grasp the very top of the NHL. Not that the Avs are like concerned of falling out of the top, but anytime you can assert that dominance, I guess you want to see your team do it. And Philly is a team that, under different circumstances, a bubble team that you would expect the Avs to beat. So yeah, maybe throw out the context for this one and just go do the job. Yeah.
No, this isn't a game that yes, you want to be aware of the dangers that Philly possesses. And if you fall flat-footed, this is going to be a really, really ugly game for the Avs. But don't go into this one with too many expectations. They know they're a good team. There's a lot to build on, even from a game like yesterday.
Yeah.
Go and do the things that you know you're good at, and make sure you're working just as hard, if not harder, as the other team in front of you.
Keep it humble, I guess.
Yep.
That's the
simple
way to
game.
go. Yeah.
That's all I want to see from the Avs, is a simple, don't get too fancy type of game.
The Avs can keep it simple. Let's get complicated. Do some magic with our crystal ball. Bust it out. Bailey, give me a score. Give me a name. What's going to happen in this game?
Oh, goodness. Give me a 4-3.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Val Nichushkin.
I like the pick.
Too.
I like that pick.
Yeah, get some of that third line kind of going a little bit.
Little bit of magic there. Could very much use it. Who knows? Val might be on the first line by the start of the second period, but I do think we should see a Val game tonight. I like that pick. I'm going to go the traditional 3-2 with this one.
Okay.
I think we might be in for a bit of a stock hockey game in some ways, even if we do get some matinee weirdness. And I'm taking Lecky.
All right.
The other guy on the top line. We saw the heroics from McKinnon. Nate just had the points. Let's see Lecky get it up and get it done today with the top line. We can also jump into my pregame picks, which are presented by Bet365, where, of course, things are never ordinary. I did put the Lucky goal on there. I think it's plus 230. I also, I would like a goal in the first 10. I think it would be much better for the Avs if they could score early. I'm not expecting it.
Fair.
I think the Flyers are going to come out hot, like we've seen so many teams do, and they'll cancel each other out a little bit. And then I took the Brock Nelson point, too.
I feel like that's a good...
You want it. You just want to see the Avs show that balanced attack of, okay, you got a bunch from your top line. Can your middle six pick you up? You mentioned Nichushkin. I'm taking Nelson on the second line for a point here. You would love Landy to get rewarded. Can we have no...
If you can get one from all four tonight, that's...
If you score 4 goals, you should win. I'll put it to you that way.
Yeah.
Hopefully we have no questionable goals that have to be called back today or counted.
One normal game, guys. Just one.
It feels like every night there's some goal that it's like, what is this?
I just want one normal thing. No challenges, no fluky, is that a goal type goals. Just give me normal hockey. That's all I want. Please.
Well, whether it's normal or weird hockey, you can bet on it with Bet365. Make sure you get over there and use the DNVR 365 code. When you do gamble with them, make sure you're 21 or older, physically located in Colorado. And if you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER today. Flyers are a team that feels incomplete. Not that they're bad, they're not like a San Jose incomplete, but they're a team that is supposed to be coming out of their rebuild, and it feels like they still need a couple of pieces. The Avs are, frankly, a complete team as it is. Yes, they have a couple of injuries. Yes, maybe you want them to pick up a piece at the deadline, but they don't really need anything right now. At least not desperately.
No.
When you have a team like that, the expectation is you should be better in every facet of the game.
There's no excuse.
No excuses. I'm sure I'll make plenty of excuses in the
No,
postgame.
there will be a ton of them.
That's me on the couch. The Avs as a team, they have no excuse in the locker room today. So
no, and these are a little difficult because, again, a team like Philly, who maybe does feel a little incomplete at the moment. And again, that is no insult to them. They've been proven to be a team worth beating.
Yeah, for sure.
This season. But in a game like that, I feel like it is easy for a team like the Avs to kind of play down or play their best hockey. That's why the games like this are a little more chaotic for me. It's difficult for me to kind of I don't know, predict for a game like this.
Someone in this building is doing a drum circle or something, and it's confusing.
It's a win circle for the Avs. It's like a lead box, and we just hear everything.
I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign, but we'll see. I guess we'll see once the game starts.
I'm glad it wasn't just me going crazy. Yeah. 'Cause I'm I don't know if I'm hearing things. Is that just adding to the weirdness of today's game or what? I don't know. But
the good news is should be the last matinee for a while.
Oh, thank God.
No more ridiculously early games. They're not my favorite. I'll tell you that. I
know some of the guys who travel with the team, like Riker. I talk to him pretty frequently, and he loves these.
I bet. Yeah.
I
Dude's
can't
in bed
stand
by 9 p.m.
Yeah.
So.
No, I like doing things with my morning, and being able to do that moving forward here for the next little bit is going to be very nice.
I like sleeping with my morning, frankly.
I was going to say you're in bed by 5 a.m.? That's
just roughly my bedtime usually. So,
yeah.
The Avs aren't the only ones running on fumes today.
No.
But look, Have fun with this one a little bit. It really should be a very no expectations game for the Avs.
Yep.
And if you can play a good one and maybe take even 1 point out of this game would be success.
Yeah.
So
no, as you said yesterday too, like the Avs did their job for this back-to-back already.
Yep.
They got the 2. If they can get 1 out of today, as much as I hate the idea of overtime, if you at least get a point out of this one, I'm satisfied.
Agreed. That is going to wrap up our pre-game show. We appreciate y'all hanging out. Watch along coming in just a few minutes. Come join Micah and us for that. And then, of course, we'll break it all down post-game for you. So tune in there. We appreciate y'all, and we will see you for the watch along.
We all silly like the mayor.